summer's day here, the crowd all suitably dressed, ready for watching a day of cricket in the sun.
I've Shane Warne alongside me.
Well, Jonathan, this pitch will provide an even pace and bounce with the ball coming on nicely to the bat, so the batsmen should enjoy themselves out there. The bowlers will have to make full use of the new ball if they are to keep the score down. Line and length will be vital. There's probably not going to be a lot of swing for the bowlers today, so they may need to rely more on good line and length.
Now let's go down to the pitch where the captains are in the middle and about to toss the coin. Looks like they're going to have a bowl. Well, that's an interesting call. Let's see whether it's the correct one. There's a cracking atmosphere inside the stadium today as the excitement builds for the start of play.
The bowlers must bowl a good line and length. This pitch will bring rewards if they can just bowl consistently in the right spot.
The quick bowler to start the first over. He's hit that very hard. The ball almost seems to accelerate over this outfield.
Lovely timing there. He played that beautifully.
That was a confident shot.
That's a big hit. It'll go all the way.
That's confidence for you. He must really fancy his chances today.
Splendid stroke.
So what can you tell us about this Melbourne wicket, Shane?
Look, the Melbourne wicket's a drop-in wicket. It can get a little bit dull, and it's a real new ball wicket. If you don't take the wickets with a new ball, it can be a long day in the field.
Exquisite shot. That's a fantastic strike.
He's only faced a few balls, yet he's already on the attack.
He took the aerial route, but it paid off. That's over the infield and racing away the field.
He rocked back beautifully there. His weight was just in the right place, and away it went for four.
Brilliant timing.
That's good batting there. He might have hit it in the air, but it was pretty safe and got him 4 runs.
That was a really classy shot.
What can I say? He looks in top form today.
That was still going up as it cleared the fence. He just drifted onto leg stump there and got punished. Well, the bowlers are taking a bit of stick out there.
That's the end of the fielding restrictions. Expect the captain to start changing things around now.
No ball. That shot brought the crowd to their feet. Batsmen are looking for two. Out, caught.
Let's take another look at that in replay.
The new batsman's on strike now for Bangladesh.
Beautiful timing.
4.
That was a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
He placed that superbly. Batsmen are coming back for 2. Another 3 onto the total.
What about the hook shot, Shane?
The hook shot, love playing the hook shot. It's got me into trouble a few times playing the hook. I've been out in the 80s a couple of times hooking. I've got out for 90 at Old Trafford hooking as well. So, yes, it's a great shot to play and get you lots of runs, but you can also get out.
He really struck that well. No run there. That's an appalling over. Batsmen are looking for 2. Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? The umpire shakes his head. 2 more runs there. He's conceded 4 off the over. Medium pacer to start a new over.
The power play will be in effect now.
Another single onto the total.
Beautiful stroke.
Great shot. That'll give him some confidence.
That was still going up as it cleared the fence. That was 6 all the way.
Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed.
He's picked that up and 6.
Seeing the ball sail over the fence is the worst side in cricket for a bowler.
That was a very confident shot. Very well timed. He looks very pleased, quite right to.
He's notched up that 50 lightning fast. What an innings.
Let's have a look at the action replay.
Who's the most difficult batsman you had to bowl to, Shane?
That's really demoralising for a bowler, but he needs to bounce back quickly.
He hardly seemed to hit it, it sailed over the ropes. Good strike rate so far from this batsman. Poor bowling and terrible figures for the over. So, this is the final over.
The umpire is now signalling that the power play will be taken.
Well, that's a cracking shot. That's raced away to the fence.
I think the bowler liked that too much.
He picked the length really early there.
Fine fielding. No runs off that delivery. He's out.
Let's take another look at that in replay.
Left hand, right hand combination at the crease now.
Great shot.
If you want to show the kids the perfect way to play the shot, then there's a fine example.
The crowd enjoyed that shot. That's nicely played. Oh, lovely timing there.
He was a bit fortunate there. He hit it a bit uppish, but luckily not at a fielder.
Another single. That brings the innings to a close. He's getting a polite round of applause as he makes his way to the pavilion.
They need to score at a decent rate right from the start. Quick singles are the key for the openers.
Bowling a controlled line of length is crucial, isn't it, Shane?
Yeah, bowling line of length is crucial and building up pressure. But look, I think with line of length, it's always you have to be saying to yourself, try and get them out, so try and hit the stumps.
No run there, they simply can't get it away.
No ball.
One more to Sundries. He's hit that very hard.
That was beautifully put away for four.
He watched that onto the back perfectly. He was onto that in a flash.
Beautiful timing.
That's gone many a mile.
Oh, that's a brutal shot.
He's certainly not hanging around. Nothing scored there. That's an appalling over.
Fielding restrictions are over. The captain now has a free hand to position his field as he desires.
Batsmen are coming back for a second. That's straight up in the air. Dolly. Let's take a look at that from another angle. Plenty of pressure on the new batsman then. He's hit that very hard. He really struck that beautifully.
Cracking shot. He really does look in excellent form.
That was a confident shot. Lovely shot. Oh, that's gone a long way. That'll go for 6.
That will really get the bowlers back up. No bowler likes being hit for 6.
He took the aerial route, but it paid off. Batsmen are looking for two.
And he's got away with it.
Big appeal.
Not out. They can shout all they like. The umpire's not going to give that one.
Well, the bowlers are taking a bit of stick out there.
Bradman stands out as being the greatest of all time, but what do you think was the key to his success with the bat?
Bradman definitely stands out as the best batsman of all time. And daylight second, probably. But the key to his success, I think, whether it was the way he practiced up with a stump and a golf ball up against the wall, the water tank, however he did it, it must have just given him an unbelievable eye, and to have that ability to do that, it's actually quite difficult. What stands out, he used to always say, keep the ball along the ground. I'm not sure how many sixes he hit, but he did keep the ball along the ground, so he hardly got caught. I'm not exactly sure why it made him so best. I think he just was the best, and sometimes it's hard to say why someone's the greatest. They just are, and I think with Bradman, he was just such a remarkable player, from the footage and the people that tell the stories about him, the way he went about it. He was so professional. I had the privilege of meeting him with Sachin Tendulkar on his 90th birthday, and look, he was an outstanding person, and it was great to have that time with him. He loved the game. He's done everything in the game, and I don't think anyone will ever get close to him.
Good shot down the ground.
He's only faced a few balls, yet he's already on the attack.
That's just the kind of shot that makes the fielding captain want to tear his hair out. Very unlucky. He picked the length really early there. They'll have to hurry. Well, that's a superb shot. He timed that to perfection.
Super shot. He really punished the bowler there.
That clattered into the hoardings. That's a calamitous over.
The umpire is now signaling that the power play will be taken.
Well, that's a cracking shot.
He watched that onto the bat perfectly.
That was a fine shot for Phil.
Well, he's playing to the crowd now.
That's well played. Smashed for 4.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
He picked the length really early there. Scoring really quickly at the moment.
Terrific shot.
That is a textbook shot.
Super shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
That clattered into the hoardings. He's dropped it. That really is very disappointing for the bowler.
Jeez, you really cannot afford to put chances down like that.
That's another single, but it simply isn't enough at this stage of the match. Another over gone. The final over will be spinning.
The power play will be in effect now. No ball.
No ball bowled. Good shot and good stop too. Batsmen are coming back for 2. Another 2 added. Let's have a look at that again. Good strike rate so far from this batsman. Let's take a look at that from another angle.
Beautifully timed.
It's in the air, but it's in a safe area, and that's 4.
Effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
That was a confident shot.
Great timing. That was a textbook shot.
He might not have been quite to the pitch, but continued with the shot anyway and hit it miles.
That nearly joined us in the commentary box.
Oh, that's wonderfully timed.
He watched that onto the back perfectly.
I think the captain will be too pleased with his bowl there.
The crowd really enjoyed that. It's all over. That was a really entertaining one-day match. Congratulations to the winning team.